Everyone, it's Samantha, and today I'm making the shrimp tacos, and these are just kind of my own version of a copycat recipe from Red Lobster. So I'm going to go ahead and make the cilantro slaw and show you how it's done, and then I'll show you the rest. I hope you guys like this video. All right, so for the slaw, I picked up this rainbow salad. They were actually out of broccoli slaw mix. It's basically the same thing as coleslaw mix, but it includes a lot of broccoli instead of a lot of cabbage. And this mix here, that's rainbow salad, is cauliflower, broccoli, carrots, and red cabbage. So if you can look in there, I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my bowl here. If you look in there, the carrots and the cabbage and the cauliflower is all chopped up really nicely, but the broccoli is giant chunks. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those up. So I'm going to mix that with cilantro. I just got fresh cilantro here. I'm going to take probably half of this. It's really cilantro flavored. So I'm going to probably use a bunch of this, just dice it up really thin, and then squeeze a lemon on it, add some olive oil, and then salt and black pepper. So I've got some black pepper in the grinder and then some pink Himalayan sea salt. And I absolutely love this stuff, and I love that it's pink too. So that's what I'm going to start with. I'm going to go ahead and just chop up my broccoli and then chop up my cilantro. All right, so here's what it looks like. I chopped up the cilantro pretty fine, and then I left the broccoli in smaller sized chunks. I just didn't want giant chunks of broccoli in our tacos. So I've got that. I'm going to squeeze the lemon juice over it now. And I've always seen like the cheater way to get the juice out is just to roll it like so. And my counter's clean. I've already washed the lemon. Roll it out a little bit and then cut it in half and squeeze it. I had a pretty juicy lemon, so I only squeezed half a lemon on there. I'm going to drizzle in some olive oil and season it with salt and pepper. And then I'm just going to stick it in the fridge and let it marinate together. The flavors will all soak into the vegetables. And it'll be really good. So here is what my finished slaw looks like. I tasted it and it tasted really good. I used maybe a tablespoon of olive oil. I just wanted to get everything lightly coated with some liquid so that it wasn't too dry. And then I added salt and pepper to taste. My husband really likes pepper, so I added a lot of pepper. So there it is. It looks good, and the more it sits in the fridge, the better it will get. So I'm making this, I don't know, an hour or two early. I'm just gonna put some plastic wrap over that, and then I'll show you the rest of it when it's time to make dinner. Got about a half a pound of shrimp here. I generously salt and peppered those, and they're going to be cooked in a skillet here. I'm too lazy to go out and grill these, and I didn't want to fry them. I wanted them to be healthier. So I've got olive oil, a little bit of butter, and then some garlic in here, and they're already salt and peppered, so I will just saute them in here until they're cooked. And we are making tortillas. I made a mess while I was getting the tortilla dough ready. There's our tortilla dough, and I'll insert a little clip of us making these with our new little tortilla press system going here. So this is a clip from the last time we made tortillas. I wanted to go ahead and film it and show you guys. We got this Brentwood tortilla press, and it does heat up. And the concept of it is it presses out your tortillas and cooks them. You can also do things like naan or pitas on it, but we found that it does not do well with heating up tortillas. Tortillas get lots of bubbles in them, and you want them to bubble up. So pressing them flat in that, we were getting rock hard tortillas that weren't fluffy or soft at all. So I was just showing you my setup. We have the tortilla press, and my husband turns it on just a little bit to heat it up so that the tortillas don't stick to that hot plate. Then he presses them out, and then we cook them in the skillet like in my tortilla recipe video. And we skipped the steaming step altogether because we have that foil pocket. In the foil pocket, we just stick the tortillas in as soon as they're done, and they steam themselves, and they stay warm, they stay nice and soft, and it's just absolutely perfect that way. So there's no step for the steaming anymore. And as you can see, it's just bubbling up, and I kind of flatten the bubbles to make sure everything gets cooked thoroughly. It doesn't take very much time, maybe 20 minutes per side, And my husband just presses the tortillas out twice and they come out nice and flat and round every time. Whereas when I was rolling them out with a rolling pin, I wasn't getting them quite as flat and they definitely weren't beautiful and round like they are with the tortilla press. So I still highly recommend the tortilla press, even if you just get a manual one, not one that heats up, it would be great, but it definitely does not work for cooking. So here is our foil packet. It's just 2 pieces of foil stuck together at the end, and I stick them in there like that as they're done cooking, and then I just make a big stack of them as we go, and I'll show you my progress. There's a big stack of tortillas. And they just come out nice and soft and pliable, and they're delicious. We just love making them. My husband loves to snack on them even. All right, so here is everything. The Red Lobster ones usually have pico de gallo on them, but we both don't like that very much, so I have avocado instead. So here's the shrimp. I try to get a sear on them a little bit, and then I'm draining them with a paper towel since they were a little bit greasy from the olive oil and the butter. And then cilantro slaw, avocado, and then our tortillas are in there, and that's what's for dinner tonight.